Hello everybody and welcome back to the Connects Marble League. Today we have Event 11, the Relay. In this event, 2 teams of 4 will roll down at a time with 1 marble at a time taking down the track. Each marble will then have to hand off to another team member to continue, and the team that makes it all the way down to the end first will move on. Looking at the standings after Event 10, it is tied at the top between the Emerald Sprites and the Cardboard Cutouts, with the Scarlet Sins just behind them. So this event will have a lot of stake on the championship. First up, we see Antarctics and the Crimson Royalty. Down they come. Crimson Royalty, they seem to have the lead. Antarctics, they make a bit back, but they fall behind on the anchor. And a lovely anchor finish there by the Crimson Royalty does give them the win. Started out well on the third marble. Antarctics seem to make a bit of a comeback, but this final push there, that anchor marble will give the win to the Crimson Royalty. Heat 2, Surface Striders and the Emerald Sprites. Down they come. Emerald Sprites seem to have the lead. The Surface Striders, they're close behind. And the final anchor, and there come the Surface Striders. And I think they got past the Emerald Sprites just barely at the end. That was very close all the way through. Emerald Sprites did have it through the first 3, but that last marble slowed down, and there go the Surface Striders pouncing on the opportunity, and they will move on. Next up, Cardboard Cutouts and the Ice Angels. Down they go. Pretty close between the Ice Angels. That's a lovely third marble. And that's going to give them the win. Didn't even need the anchor there. That third marble doing very well to get out, but after a close battle between the first 2. And the Ice Angels will move on over the Cardboard Cutouts. That's 2 big teams knocked out here. Let's see the third one. We've got the Fiery Opals and the Scarlet Sins. Down they come, Fiery Opals. They start a very good lead, and it's only gaining. And that's brilliant from the Fiery Opals. They've absolutely crushed the Scarlet Sins. That was not even close, and that's the 3rd team in the top 3 to be knocked out. Fiery Opals, that was an excellent performance from them. Very well deserved to move on. Next up, we've got the Exoplanets and the Necromancer Knights. Down they come. Exoplanets, they seem to have the lead. Necromancer Knights, they've fallen behind, and that's going to be an easy win for the Exoplanets. Necromancer Knights, they had an alright start, but that first handoff, second one, and then it just kept stretching. Exoplanets take a comfortable victory over the Necromancer Knights. Mossy Mice and the Locust Plague. Down they come. Mossy Mice seem to have the early lead. They're catching up though, the Locust Plague, and I think they've gotten past there just at the end. Gonna be quite close. Mossy Mice, they had a good start. Locust Plague, they managed to keep it close though, and then that anchor marble did very well to get past that last Mossy Mice, and Locust Plague will move on. Kidden Castle and Valiant Velocity. Valiant Velocity are in 4th right now, so they want a good result here, and they're starting out very well. That's brilliant from the Kidden Castle. They make it a little closer with the anchor marble, but it isn't going to be enough. Valiant Velocity, a dominant win here. That first handoff by the Kidden Castle just was not good at all. Even though the last anchor marble did what they could, it was not enough. Valiant Velocity move on. Graveyard Ghouls and the Revolutionaries. Down they go. Graveyard Ghouls seem to have a good start, but they fall behind. Revolutionaries, they take a massive lead, and they take a crushing victory over the Graveyard Ghouls to end it off. Graveyard Ghouls, they started well, but that second marble had to tripped up a bit there, and they completely lost all their momentum. And the Revolutionaries are the last team to move on to the quarterfinals. Looking at the bottom half here, Kidden Castle, the only team there to have a sub 4-second time. They will take 9th place all the way down to the Graveyard Ghouls there in last 16th. Not a good result for them. First quarterfinal, Locust Plague and the Surface Striders. Good start there for both teams, but Locust Plague, they're stretching it, and they're going to take the win over the Surface Striders. It was pretty close there at the start, but that first handoff was a lot better for Locust Plague. The second one even more so, and that allowed them to get the win with that anchor marble. They will knock out the Surface Striders and move into the semi-final. Second quarterfinal, Crimson Royalty and the Ice Angels. Down they come. Crimson Royalty, they're pretty close to the Ice Angels. Second handoff, that's very good. Ice Angels, they're making it back though. And that's going to be very close. Did the Ice Angels manage to get it back from the Royalty? Not 100% sure here. Crimson Royalty, they were stretching their lead after that second handoff. The anchor marble though for the Ice Angels, they get very close, but it's just not enough. The Crimson Royalty barely hold on to move on to the semis. third quarterfinal. Fiery Opals and Valiant Velocity. Down they come. Valiant Velocity seem to have the Fiery Opals. They lose it. They were doing well. They try to make it back, but they're not going to make it. They lost it out, I think, on the second handoff. First handoff was pretty good for both teams. Valiant had a short lead. Third hand did not go well for the Opals. They tried to get it with the last one, but it wasn't enough. Valiant Velocity move on to the semis. As for the final quarterfinal, Exoplanets and Revolutionaries. Down they come, Exoplanets. They start off well, and they go even better. Can the Revolutionaries make it up? No, they can't. They made it back slightly, but it is not going to be enough to catch the Exoplanets after the blue team's excellent start here. Revolutionaries just did not get off to a good pace, and even though their anchor was all right, just wasn't enough to beat the Exoplanets, and they are eliminated. The 5th through 8th Fiery Opals do manage the 5th place spot again, only team under 4 seconds, with the Surface Riders there taking the 8th place spot. Semi-finals, Valiant Velocity and the Crimson Royalty. Down they come, Crimson Royalty, they have the lead. Can the Valiant Velocity make it up? No, they can't. The lead just stretches. And the Crimson Royalty, with a dominating victory there, move on to the final to face the winner between the Exoplanets and the Locust Plague. Very nicely done here from the red team. Valiant Velocity couldn't make it up. They are eliminated. They'll go to the bronze match. But who will face Crimson Royalty in the final? Will it be the Locust Plague or the Exoplanets? Down they come. Exoplanets, they seem to have the lead. Locust Plague, they take it though. Can they alter the Exoplanets with that anchor? And that's going to be incredibly close for this final spot. I do not know who got that. It was a close start. Locust Plague, they took the lead in first and second handoffs, but that anchor marble was slow. Here come the Exoplanets, and the Exoplanets, they will pass and move on to the final to face the Crimson Royalty. My, what a race. Who will take the bronze medal though? Will it be the Valiant Velocity or the Locust Plague? Down they come, Valiant Velocity with the early lead, and they look to be holding it. They just stretch that with the anchor marble, and they will take a very well-deserved bronze medal here. That's going to be quite good for them, sitting in 4th place with the top 3 teams faltering early. That is very nice for them with the bronze medal. Locust Plague will get a solid 4th place as well. But looking at the final here, this is what we care about. The Exoplanets and the Crimson Royalty, who will take gold. Down they go. Crimson Royalty, they have the lead. Exoplanets, they're right behind them. That final anchor marble shoots out for the Crimson Royalty, and they will take the win in the relay race. Very well done there by the Crimson Royalty. That final anchor marble, their captain, taking it to the finish line for them to win the gold medal. A lovely performance there by the Crimson Royalty. Exoplanets, a very solid finish there with that silver medal, while the Valiant Velocity take a well-deserved bronze. A very intense penultimate event we saw here today, and looking at the standings, the cardboard cutouts have retaken the lead, just 4 points ahead of the Emerald Sprites and 5 points ahead of the Scarlet Sims. Behind them there are 3 other teams with outside chances at the victory: Valiant Velocity, Crimson Royalty and the Locust Plague, with the Necromancer Knights also having a slim chance at an overall podium. The bottom 8 teams, however, they are completely unable to win or land on the podium at all. So it is all to play for those 6 teams who have a chance to win it all in the final event elimination race. See you then.